I gotta ride or die.
What's going on YouTube, just JK and welcome back to my channel for another GTA 5 video. And in today's video we're going to be customizing and reviewing the brand new unreleased Grotti Itali RSX, which was added with the Cayo Perico Heist DLC. I say it's added because at the moment of recording this video this car is still unreleased, but it's in the game files, as that's why I can get hold of it. So I'm assuming this is going to be one of them drip feed cars which will come later on within the DLC. Now, according to Foxy Snaps on Instagram, this car is going to cost between 2.5 million and 3.5 million. So it looks like there's going to be a buy it now price, and then there's going to be that cheaper price of 2.5 where you have to do sort of like a mission to unlock the cheaper price. But that's what it looks like it's going to be. And also you purchase this from Legendary Motorsports when it is released. But like I said, this is currently unreleased at the time of recording this video, and I'm really psyched with the way this looks, man. It looks awesome. It is in the sports category, so it's another sports car, but driving it down to LS Customs, it feels pretty nippy, and the little drive I had before I got into LS Customs actually felt pretty darn good. Now within this video I will be customizing it as much as I can to the fullest, and then I'll be giving my personal opinion on the performance of this car at the end of the video. So if you'd like to hear about that, then make sure you stick around. Like I said before in my previous videos, I'm not the most qualified person to give you an in-depth analysis of how it does perform. I'm not a car performance expert in GTA, but I can give you my personal opinion on how I feel about it and how I feel it performs. But just driving it down to LS Customs, like I already said, it's standard, it feels really good. But enough of the chit chat, let's get into the build. And as always, we're going to start with 100% body armor, then we're going to go to the brakes and grab the race brakes. For the bumper, we're going to start with the front bumper, and we've got some additional options, but it doesn't look like they're going to change much. So we've got the stock and then the primary version of that, and then we've got a full carbon, and then the primary super splitter. Does anything even change? Oh, there we go, we get a little bit added onto the side there, so nothing too crazy. And then we get a secondary version of that, and then a full carbon version of that. So nothing spectacular, nothing overly adventurous, should I say, in regards to the front bumper. But we are going to be changing it up, and I think I'm going to go full carbon. So I'm going to go carbon super splitter for that. Then we're going to go to the rear. We've got more options for the rear than we do for the front, which is unusual, but I can't see it changing all that much. And it looks like my fears are a reality, because yeah, it's just the same sort of design done 3 or 4 different times. So it looks like we've got 4 different designs. Yeah, we've got 4 different designs. They're not overly different from one another, but them 4 different designs have 4 different variations of themselves within the colour. So we've got the primary, the secondary, the carbon, and so on and so forth. My favourite was probably, I don't know, they all look very similar. Maybe the carbon wing diffuser kit like this. We're going to go full carbon just so it matches up with the front. So yeah, let's go with that bad boy. Then we've got the engine. We're going to get the level 4 engine upgrade. For the exhaust, as you can see, they are in the center at the moment. I will accelerate so we can lose some of the smoke. And the chrome are the same, the aluminium is the same, and then we move on to the quad, then the chrome version of that. And the expansion exhaust, it looks a little bit strange. I'm not a massive fan of that one. The triple bore, and then the chrome version and the aluminium version of those. I actually like the triple ones, man. They look pretty cool. Better than the stock, and also better than the quads, and definitely better than this expansive one. So I'm going to go with the aluminium triple bore exhaust. Then we're going to move on to the hood. A lot of options for the hood too. Got carbon stripped, twin vented hood, the carbon twin vented, the dished hood, the carbon dished. Same sort of story as what we had with the bumpers. We're getting 2 variants for every hood. So we'll get the primary and then the carbon. So then we've got the triple intake, the twin dished hood, then the carbon version, the primary race fins. But we don't get a, oh yes, we do get a carbon version of that. There we go, there it is. I actually really dig that, man. I think that looks awesome. The carbon race fins, man. Yeah, let's go with that. Then we've got the lights. We are going to go and grab the Xeon headlights. Then for the liveries, loads of options for liveries. I'm not going to get one on this car because the type of car that it is. Supercars, I guess, I don't think really suit liveries unless they're on a track. Even though the last few that I have skipped through actually look quite nice, man. But then when it goes down to things like this with like logos and sponsors all over the place, that's a big turn off for me, and I'm not a massive fan of it at all. This one actually looks pretty cool. You know, it's not a bad looking livery, but I'm not going to get it because, like I said, I'm not a massive fan. But for what it is, it actually looks pretty smart. And like I said already, these ones are pretty cool too. But we're not going to get one. Then we're going to move on to the mirrors. And oh, okay, so that's the secondary version of those mirrors, and then the carbon version of those mirrors. We are going to go carbon, so it matches with the hood and also the rear and front bumper that we've got. Then we get an option for rear panel, so we can carbon the rear panel. It's just that little window there where the engine is. Exposed carbon, circular carbon version of that. So nothing crazy is changing. It's just a little bit of a design change and also a colour change. The carbon slipstream panel was actually my favourite, so let's go with that bad boy. Then the respray, we're going to go primary colour. We are going to stay metallic for this, and black actually looks really good for this, but because we've got the carbon accents on this car, I'd like to go for something a little bit lighter. Maybe, I don't know, man, maybe like an orange. Lava red actually looks really good. Maybe a yellow might look cool on this. Coming down to race yellow, it looks a little bit too bright for my liking, so I'm going to go up one and grab this yellow. I think that actually looks a little bit nicer than the race yellow, so yeah, let's go with that. Then we've got the secondary colour. We're also going to go into metallic. And what is this changing other than the wheels? Okay, we've got a little piece of trim at the bottom of the door. As you can see, that is changing as we're going down. Next, we've got the trim. Magically, it's just turned to black. Oh, it's alright, so it's red as standard, but as soon as I go in the trim, it's like nothing's chosen. It goes straight to the black colour. But we're not going to keep it black, it's a little bit too dark, so we're going to go with the graphite. Then we move on to the roof, and you can get a carbon roof, which looks okay, but then that fin on the top looks a little bit out of place, so I don't think we're going to go with that. Then we get the ridgeline roof, which actually looks really nice in the carbon version of that. Then we get carbon strips, weird. Yeah, they all look a little bit strange to me, so I'm just going to stick with the ridgeline roof. That looks really good actually, I like the look of that. Then we've got the side skirts, so we can primary skirt that, but it's just an extension onto the existing carbon piece. And then we, oh, hang on, that looks a little bit nice. I like the look of that, the primary skirt fin. Yeah, I like that. Oh, and it goes carbon too. Yeah, I like that a lot. And then we got the carbon super skirt. Should we go? Yeah, we'll go to super because then it then it matches the front bumper there. Next, we've got the spoiler. So driving down here, I did notice that we had a retractable spoiler. You know, one of them air brakes. So when you brake, it raises up. So I don't know whether this is going to change that. Oh, it does. It just changes the colour by the looks of it, and then it adds a little bit up further on the roof. So it's not actually going to add much onto the air brake spoiler. Which, oh, except for this one. I wonder if the air brake will still work if we add that. Not sure how that's going to work. And then you do get this one, which is either side of that air brake, which is cool. Oh, we also get the aero wings too. Not sure how that looks actually on this one. I think it looks a little bit funky. Not too sure about that at all. And then we get the, you know, the classic big boy wing there as well. But I actually like these. What are they? The bunny ears? No, the bunny wing. Sorry, they're just called bunny wing. So I'm gonna go with the primary ones of those because I think you get an added traction bonus, do you? Has Rockstar stopped doing that? I think they have. But you don't get an added traction bonus by the looks of it, but I like the look of those primary bunny wings, so let's go with those. For the suspension, we only get a lowered and a street suspension on this, but when you go to street, that lowers that really low and just slams that bitch. So we're going to go street suspension, tail fin. What's this? Oh, so that's changing the little piece on the top, the little aerial antenna, whatever you like to call it. So you can get a carbon version of that, so if you did want the carbon roof, it's nice to know that you can come back and change this to a carbon one. But I've actually chosen, and I actually prefer the ridgeline roof that I've got at the moment, so I'm just going to be changing this to the aftermarket tail fin. Then we've got the transmission. We're going to go over the race transmission and obviously the turbo tuning. For the wheels, we're going to go wheel type and into... Oh, we ain't got the street category on here. Shit, forgot about that. I'm in story mode and I haven't got the street category, unfortunately. Oh man, that sucks. Forgot about that. Can only do that in online. Damn. Well, I'm going to leave the standard wheels at the moment. Maybe I can change it in one of the menus I've got. And to finish off the build, as always, we'll go to the windows and purchase light smoke window tin. So let's pull out of LS Customs, and as you can see, it is nighttime, so we'll rectify that in just a moment. But the Grotti Itali RSX actually looks sick. I absolutely love the look of this, man. And it's a sports car too, and I think this is going to be one of those category killers. It's definitely going to dominate the sports category in my opinion. But that's yet to be seen actually. It's not released. There's not really been any proper tests done on it. It's just going to be an opinion of mine at the moment. But let's quickly get into the menu and see if I can change those wheels up. Alright, so you go my dudes, I have changed the wheels up and it is in the street category and it is the wild wagon wheels. But I can't change the tyre lettering for some reason. I can't see a way of doing it. I'm probably missing something. There probably is a way of doing it. But me looking at it right now, I've had a little skip through the menu and I can't see how I can change the colour or even remove the tyre lettering there, which is kind of annoying. And I did also find this. How crazy is that neon? It's inside the car as well. That's fucking nuts, man. It looks awesome though. How good does that look? It says under vehicle neon lights, but it's sort of like made the whole car glow up. I think that looks awesome. So that's much better. I've also removed PEDs and also removed cars. So we've got the open road, and I've also made it 12 noon and extra sunny. So it looks a little bit nicer. So you can actually see this in broad daylight, and that looks awesome. But yeah, looking at the car, it looks absolutely beautiful. I'm loving the look of it, and the speed of it. It actually feels a lot faster since we've upgraded it. As you can see at the top right, it has reached over 100 miles per hour, so fast. Almost spun out on that corner as well, but it held its own really, really well. The steering actually feels really precise and tight, which is nice, so pulling around that corner with ease. Brakes really nicely as well, so it actually feels like a very accomplished sports car. But yeah, it feels so good. I mean, pulling away, acceleration, top speed, hitting over 130 just then. And like I said, handling feels awesome as well. So this is a car definitely you want to pick up if you're into your sports cars. A, because it looks awesome. B, because it's really fast. And C, the handling is awesome. The price tag is a little bit pricey, but if you can do that mission to get it a little bit cheaper at 2.5 mil, then maybe you'll be you know, picking up a bargain. And on the basis of everything that I've shown in this video, I would highly suggest purchasing this vehicle. It seems like it's very good value for money. Yes, it's 2.5 million at the cheapest, but it is 2020, almost 2021, and that is pretty decent of a price to pay for a sports car nowadays in GTA. It's actually become a custom. I mean, when a new car comes out, is it even a new car if it doesn't cost over $2 million now in GTA? I don't know, but is it going to be worth it? It depends on whether you can actually afford it. I mean, if you've got a grind for this car, I think maybe not. There's probably other options out there for you to purchase. But if you've got loads of money sitting around, you know, just doing nothing, burning a hole in your pocket, and you need to buy a new supercar or a new sports car for that matter, then go and grab it. But you know, if you have to grind for it, I don't know if it would actually be worth it. But it is really nice looking. It's got okay-ish customization. But handling and acceleration and speed is top notch, and it feels really good for a sports car. It's hard to say whether it's going to actually compete with the top dogs in the category because there is so many nowadays, but it's you know, it feels really good. You know, I think it might just be up there with the best, but what do I know? It's just my opinion. But with that being said, guys, I'm just going to leave the video where it is. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm out. Adios.